There's nothing to this writing business. I'm writing a story for class that everybody's going to like.
Astounding. Stupendous. Tremendous. Arthur, this is the single best thing I have ever read. And I've read plenty. Absolutely, positively, indisputably fantastic.
You're right, Ratburn. The boy is a born writer. Let me call my publisher friend.
Hey, there's nothing written on that. I thought you were writing a story. How can I with you bothering me? Once upon a time. No, that's no good. No, that wouldn't be right. Everybody's definitely going to like it. But first I have to write it. Wait! Come back!
For your homework tonight, do all these problems in addition to the 60 spelling words and 30 history dates you must memorize.
For tonight's homework, find 2 words that rhyme.
Tomorrow, you'll be quizzed on everything.
Tomorrow, we'll put your rhymes together and make a fun song.
Mrs. Fink, what if we can only find one word that rhymes?
Arthur, have you copied the problems already? And for Friday, everyone write a story. It can be a true story or something from your imagination.
Should we have it published in hardcover by a book company?
Not necessary, Muffy. Just write it out, then everyone will read their stories to the class.
Okay, see ya. I don't know how I'll decide what to write for a story.
Me neither. I like it better when you get told what to do and don't have to do so much thinking.
Spring thing! My homework's all done.
What rhymes with orange?
My problem is that I have so many story ideas, and each one is better than the next.
Like what, Francine?
One is about a princess who has to give her baby to a troll, if she can't guess the troll's name.
Francine, isn't that a story already?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is the troll's name Rumpelstiltskin?
No, her name is Big Wilma. And I have lots of ideas better than that, too.
What about you, Arthur?
I only need one idea. I know exactly what I'm going to write about, and I'm going to make it the best story in the class. DW, would you please stop reading over my shoulder? It's annoying because I know you can't read.
Why don't you draw some pictures so I can follow along?
Mom! DW's bothering me while I'm doing my homework!
I'm just interested, that's all.
Okay, I'm writing the story of how I got Pal.
That's not a story. It's just a weird thing that happened.
It'll be the best story in the class. I always wanted a dog, but I had to prove I could handle the responsibility. So I started Arthur's pet business. I thought I lost Mrs. Wood's nasty dog.
Hi, Mrs. Wood. Guess what? Arthur lost your dog.
What? Perky? My poor, helpless little baby is out in the world alone and unprotected.
I feel sorry for the world.
Hey, everybody, come here! Over here! Perky had puppies! And I got to keep one of the puppies.
That is such a boring story, Arthur.
You really think so?
Does it have to be real life? Because your life is so dull.
I don't want to be the only kid in class to write a boring story.
If it were about how you got an elephant, now that would be a good story. Mrs. Wood, Arthur lost your pet.
What? Perky? My poor, helpless little baby is out in the world alone and unprotected.
Look, she had puppies. Elephant puppies. And I got to keep a baby elephant and named him Pal. What do you think?
I guess it's okay.
What can I do, Buster? I want to write this story, but I want everybody to like it.
I'm writing a cool science fiction story. All the best stories take place in outer space.
Mrs. Wood! Arthur lost your pet.
What? Perky? My poor, helpless little baby is out in the world alone and unprotected?
There's Perky, and she had puppies, elephant puppies.
Arthur, that's scientifically inaccurate. An elephant would weigh less on the moon, but it wouldn't float up to the ceiling.
So you don't like it?
Rotten.
I want everybody to like it. What would make it interesting to you?
A good story needs good, solid research, like mine, about the similarities between modern amphibians and dinosaurs of the Mesozoic era. You can find out everything you need at the library.
Hi, Arthur.
Hi, Francine.
What are all those science books for?
I want my story to be interesting, so I'm researching. I love my pet five-toed mammal of the genera Loxodontia.
Your pet what?
Elephant.
Arthur, you can barely say those words. Who's going to understand that story? It's too technical.
But what should I do? It's got to be done by Friday.
I don't know. You better work harder on it.
No. I was on the moon. No, a new galaxy. Tramflas. Yeah.
Hello, Arthur.
I had a pet business on Tramflas, where elephants are blue and the corn is purple. Sorry, sir. I was thinking about blue elephants.
Why didn't I become a tree surgeon like my mother wanted?
Maybe orange elephants are better. Or plaid.
Did you put all your clean clothes and underwear away?
What? Oh, yeah, Mom. Invisible elephants? Too obvious.
Are all the kids wearing their clothing chilled nowadays?
What is that boy thinking?
This is the story of how I got my pet striped elephant from space. The end. You didn't like it?
Where was the love story? It needs a love story. Yeah.
Yeah!
Kiss me, you fool.
I can't do it! Everybody's story's gonna be better than mine.
That's probably not true, Arthur.
You read it. What do you think?
I think you need another soda.
Last year, a kid wrote a country song for her story and got an A+.
Really?
And that kid was me. Mr. Ratburn thought I should send it to a record company. It was that good.
You got an A+?
Now this little boy can go home and enjoy his own personal striped elephant. Yeehaw! And you will see how happy he will be here on planet Melvin.
The end.
Very good.
Really? It was originally Planet Trimflas, but that didn't rhyme with elephant. Did you like it?
It was confusing, but you did it, so I loved it.
It was confusing?
Well, just a little tiny bit. Don't worry what I think, honey. You should write it however you want it.
I don't know. I just want everybody to like it. All the kids at school like Bionic Bunny.
Now this little boy can go home and enjoy his own personal striped elephant. Yeehaw! And you will see how happy he will be
here on Planet Schmelfin. Bada.
Did this really happen?
Well, sort of. It started out as a story of how I got my dog.
It did.
Yeah, but I thought it might be too boring.
I'd like to hear that story. Don't worry about what you think people want to hear. Just tell your story the way it means the most to you.
But pretty soon I had too many pets. Ah! And worst of all was Perky. The day Perky was supposed to go home, she disappeared. Has anybody seen Perky? Perky! Perky! Come here, Perky! But then, wow! I got to keep one of the puppies. And that's my dog, Pal.
I think everybody thought that was a very good story. Arthur, for telling a story well, with a beginning, middle, and end, you deserve a sticker. I'll put it on you because the story isn't on paper. But I do expect you to write that story down and hand it in first thing tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Arthur, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, Arthur.
The thing about Francine is, it's hard to get mad at her. Except for Buster, she's practically my best friend, ever since the day we met.
Arthur, this is Francine. She's our new neighbor.
And she's always stuck by me. No matter what, I can always count on Francine.
Arthur Reed, did you tell everyone I looked like a marshmallow?
Yeah, don't you remember? When she was wearing that goofy sweater. So, what do you want to do about it?
You better apologize or
what?
or you're gonna get it.
This is all your fault.
My fault? You're the one who called her a marshmallow.
Ugh. This is your final warning.
Because you're in big trouble and I mean big. Ooh, I think that's a skull and crossbones.
Attention, please. Mr. Baxter, perhaps you could be persuaded to take your seat. What makes a hero or heroine? And are you born with these characteristics, or are they something you develop? Anyway, that is the question I want you to think about over the weekend. Prepare an oral report on the hero or heroine of your choice. You'll be working in pairs.
Yay!
That I will assign. Binky, I've paired you with Sue Ellen. Muffy, you'll be working with Buster.
What?
No way!
And Arthur with Francine.
Nice knowing you.
He did what? Who are you talking to?
Francine. Uh-huh. He should talk. You should see what he looks like in pajamas.
Give me the phone.
Okay, I'll tell him bye. She says she'll meet you at the library tomorrow at 3 o'clock. But don't say one single word to her, because she's not speaking to you. Worm.
Hello, Arthur. Francine was just telling me about your
Report on heroes.
Of course. What sort of hero are you looking for?
Well, maybe a man.
A woman.
Or a woman who did something famous.
Well, Arthur, why don't you start with Joan of Arc? Horses, battles, exciting stuff. That's downstairs. Francine, you could look into Harriet Tubman. You'll find her upstairs. But don't forget, the library closes promptly at...
We know, 5 o'clock.
The library is now closing.
Miss Turner? It's only a library! It's only a library! It's only a library! Hello? Is anyone there?
Ah! You! Arthur, why didn't you tell me what time it was? You got us locked in.
Me? Why didn't you say what time it was?
I'm not your mother, Arthur Reed. I mean, how dumb does a person have to be to get locked in the library? Anyway, I have no time for childish bickering. I have to get out of here.
Fine.
Fine. And by the way, I'm still not talking to you. And I'm not listening either.
Ow!
Oh.
Hey!
Whoa!
Thanks. I was almost there. I just remembered something.
What?
Today is Saturday, which means the library is closed until
Monday! Monday!
Oh, great. Well, I guess I can live without food.
But our families will be worried sick.
Poor Arthur. Hope he's okay. And make sure you get rid of that Bionic Bunny poster.
Maybe not.
Wait a minute. I've got it.
Are you nuts? How is a book going to help us?
How to escape from prison. How to escape from a desert island. Aha! How to escape from a library.
Hurry up!
It's not here. Somebody must have checked it out.
Francine!
Who would need a book on escaping from a library unless they were already in a library? Oh! Arthur, you were supposed to hold me up. Now my ears are ringing.
Mine too.
The telephone! Ha! Hello?
Hello, Miss Turner? This is Muffy Crosswire. I didn't have a chance to get to the library today.
Muffy, thank goodness you called.
I was wondering if you could bring me some books that I need.
Muffy, listen, it's me.
Francine? Sorry, I must have dialed the wrong number.
What did you do? How could you let her hang up?
Keep your shirt on. I'm calling my mom.
To dial out, you must enter the correct user code. Please hang up and try again. To dial out...
Okay, we're doomed.
You're such a wimp.
And you're a bossy know-it-all. Marshmallow.
That does it, Arthur Reed. If I have to spend the weekend here, I'm not spending it with you.
Fine with me. See if I care. Francine? 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 What happened to you? Francine! Don't worry! I'm coming! Are you okay?
Of course I'm okay.
Don't scare me like that. I was afraid you were hurt or something.
Why were you worried about me? I'm just a marshmallow, remember?
What? What about when I got glasses? You called me Four Eyes.
Wait a minute. You were worried about me?
Of course. And how about when my baby tooth wouldn't come out?
Arthur?
You said I wasn't allowed to... What?
You want some pizza?
Where are we anyway?
It must be where the librarians hang out. Hey, let's get locked in here every weekend.
This is the best. No chores, no homework, no... DW!
You're in big trouble.
Arthur, Francine, thank goodness. I don't know how this could have happened.
Are you all right?
We were so worried.
They look perfectly fine to me.
Oh, sure there were ghosts, but they didn't bother us.
Except for the one with no head, right, Francine?
So who'd you do your report on?
Report?
And so, it is not an exaggeration to say that without Edward M. Crosswire, there would be no Elwood City as we know it.
Buster, do you have anything to add?
No.
That brings us to Arthur and Francine.
We really didn't get a chance to do a real report.
Because we were too busy learning the real meaning of heroism. When we were locked in the library, it might have been really terrible. And at first it was, because we were fighting and everything. But then Arthur came to rescue me because he thought I was in danger.
And Francine was really brave and found out where the food was. And she saved me some pizza.
That's very good. I think you learned something important. So I'll give you until next weekend to do your report.
I hate to say it, but Francine's not so bad.
She's a lot of fun.
Sorry!
Most of the time.